guessing it's over. I'm getting closer. Every door that was shut, heaven is open. High, high. Closed captions on every word spoken. Watching my words cause I'm chosen. And I cannot fail to commit. This is my time and I know it. I gotta show shine brightest in the moonlight. Shine brightest in the nighttime. Been waiting on my time.
Peace, 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 family. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of Ascendant Astrology, and I am your astrology coach. Today, I will be discussing the weekly astrology for July 8th to the 14th. And so we will start with Monday. The moon will be in Leo. And it's very dramatic, emotional expressions, self-expression, taking chances or taking a risk, gambling, the stock market. This could also be sports, travel, um, love, play, fun, romance, dating, your sex life, pregnancy, children, and any kind of creative projects or like entrepreneurial endeavors. Um, and the moon will square Mars and Uranus. And so Mars is passion, um, action, being very direct, conflict, hostility, assertive, you know, like taking charge of something. Um, and Uranus is electric or impulsive or shocking, surprises and uh, expressions. And because we're talking about the moon, this is our emotions. And so we can be really emotionally frustrated. We can feel emotionally under pressure. I think it's best to try not to rush or get into it with people. If you can kind of like stop and think before you act, you could save yourself some conflict and hostility. And Mars and Uranus are in Taurus, so this can be financial stress, financial or emotional eating or shopping. And some kind of drama over resources or what you have, what you don't have, or what you possess and what you don't possess, or like material items. And because we're talking about Leo, this could be like somebody not liking the way you spend in a relationship, or how you spend, or what you spend your money on, or having like bad spending habits. Uh, this could be spending on things that you don't need when perhaps, the home and family have needs that need to be taken into account, and that's not being done. Um, this could be kind of being kind of flashy, like wanting the glitz and glam kind of look or style. And there's really nothing wrong with that if you have it. I think it only really becomes a problem when you don't. But if you remember my last video, I talked about Mercury entering into Leo and that starting off with a square to Pluto and Aquarius retrograde. And I think jealousy is what is going to be the problem when you're doing that. So when you're shining bright, you're being yourself unapologetically, you're happy, you're in a loving relationship, you guys are sharing love and probably posting that, or this could be public displays of affection and people just seeing you in your elements. Um, it can draw some kind of negative attention towards you being in that space. This could also be like crazy, wild accidents with sports and things like that on the world stage. Um, we can even hear about some financial distress on the world stage. Um, yeah, because squares can be conflict and stress again in relationships when it comes to having fun, being in love, and in your childlike energy or with children in general or in romantic connections. So this could be like your sex life might be really great and on fire and you're trying out some like different kind of stuff, or you're just being, you know, irresponsibly irresponsible sexually. This could also be your kids acting out sexually, or over dressing or underdressing, right? Depending on how old your kids are, obviously, or them just being exposed to some kind of sexual exploitation. I don't like saying that. I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but this is a trigger warning. Um, this could be something going on with your kids or a really bad sports accident. And, Leo's connected to Hollywood. And so we could hear about these types of things coming from actors. Um, this could be stress with any kind of creative projects that you might have going on. And when it comes to leaders and leadership, so sex scandals for sure, or people sleeping with their bosses or mentors and stuff like that. Um, or somebody wearing something that is like your classic sex statement, you know, it could be some wild shit like that. And people being super critical about it. Um, this could be makeup sex. I'm not gonna lie. Um, mm, I mean, it'll be short-lived, whatever it is. Especially if you're like meeting somebody at a club or something like that. I know that they was talking about Chris Brown, who is a Taurus, having like meetings in his after his concerts with fans and that breaking up relationships with these women, right? So it could be a lot more stories or headlines on that, or just how often it happens. It's just so that, Chris Brown is being kind of like uh, the head of that story coming out, but there could be some comments like Chris Brown is not the only one who does that shit. First of all, let's just be clear. That shit happens a lot more often than we think. It's just now coming out, and it just so happens to be in relation to Chris Brown. So this could be some cheating, in relationships, or finding out someone's cheating or sleeping with somebody else. And it could be simply just because their needs aren't being met. Like Leos may be whatever they may be, but they have big hearts and they love love. They want love and they like love and affection. Now, that's not always the case because it is a fixed sign, and we are talking about fixed energy here. And so the opposite side of that is again feeling like your emotions aren't being met, like you're not getting that emotional fulfillment in a relationship that causes somebody to cheat or leave or, go out and have a one night stand. Um, you could just genuinely be horny and be like, I'm going out tonight. I'm going to put on my sluttiest fucking outfit and get laid. I'm just being honest. Um, that's what this is, right? Um, so yeah. Um, Mercury and Leo will trine the North Node and Aries. And so Mercury is communication, information, phone calls, text messages, emails, busyness. Um, this could be like a tour, somebody going on tour, but a short trip or running errands, getting things done. Something around childhood education or summer camp. Good Lord, I hope there aren't any stories coming out about people being molested or children being molested while at summer camp. I'm sorry, you guys. I did say trigger warning. This is a trine though. Um, I'm sorry, it just came to my mind. Trines are more positive aspects. Um, this could be about summer camp who perhaps maybe will be cutting their prices down because they got more financial support. Um, or some kind of extension in some way, shape, or form that's helpful or supportive. Um, or people are just putting more resources into their children's summer camp or summer education or summertime fun. Um, and the North Node is our destiny, our collective destiny, soul purpose in the direction that we're meant to move in. And Aries rules, like Mars, it's the self, your body, your physical body, your physique, um, and your self-esteem. And so you could be feeling really confident about something or some information or text or emails or data that you're receiving. Um, or you can receive some kind of information that you're getting some kind of support in relation to your self-esteem or confidence. Um, you might be speaking up and saying something that could cost you your job or relationship. So speaking out, standing up for yourself. And it could be kind of scary. So you're taking a risk at saying something that might get you in trouble. Again, this could definitely be more to do with on the world stage with actors and Again, people responded to how people are dressing and showing up. That could cause some kind of critical backlash. Uh, but it's worth it. I feel like whatever this is, it was the right thing to do, you know. We could also feel burnt out or, tired of drama and kind of cutting off TV and the drama and the news and social media and um uh whatever's going on with the political leaders and politicians and stuff like that. And people might be tapped out. Y'all might not even be paying attention. People might be more focused on their children, family, home, and personal life. Um, so you might be cutting something out, and it could be kind of shocking to the people around you if they're used to you like being quiet or always being around, you know. The positive side to that is that if you're in flow, you're working on your goals and creative projects, you're actively clearing some kind of karma, especially if you're not having problems expressing yourself to the point where it makes you get some kind of critical backlash, like you're able to express yourself appropriately. You're clearing some kind of karma, or these are just signs that you're on the right path. Um, Not really worrying about what other people might have to say about the choices that you might be making in your life and not responding or responding with kindness or happiness or more love and showboating, gloating, like being the baddest bitch. I'm just saying it's Leo, you know, and your response can be like so classy, like somebody's gonna say something about your outfit and they're being snobby. You can be like, thanks, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be like the best response is to respond with more glow, like, but authentically, not intentionally trying to be an ass. Like you genuinely are going to be like so happy that that could be a natural reaction, right? On the lower expression of this, people might be really struggling with not being a people pleaser, not being attached to partners, not being indecisive, not being in relationships for superficial reasons, you know. Um, Focus on your goals and needs without holding on to others is kind of like the challenge here with this, or what can be coming up for people. All right. Tuesday is probably um the day that's like the best day of the week. The moon moves into Virgo a little like mid-afternoon. Virgo rules work, health, order, routine, cleaning, detoxing, any kind of service, whether you're getting service or giving it, um, scheduling, feng shuiing, um, doctor's appointments, routine checkups, or something about your health regimen, getting like a healthy schedule around that. Like maybe on your lunch break, you go for a walk, or they have like a workout room that you could go do something, for like 30 minutes and eating more fruits and, hydrating yourself, like water, things that are good for you. So making healthier eating habits during work and then making time for like a little walk or something like that. Um, and there's really nothing else going on, to be honest. Um, I forgot to mention that Uranus square um, Mars and Uranus and Taurus. Wow. Square the moon in Leo. The Mars Uranus square or conjunction. We'll be feeling that all week. And that's important to note because this is probably one of the biggest transits of this year. It's a pretty big deal. And towards the end of the week, it's going to get tighter and stronger. Now, if you're a Taurus, you're probably already starting to feel this. If you're an Aries or an Aquarius, you also might already be feeling this. Um, so pay attention to whatever stressors are coming up for you around Taurus themes. Um, yeah. And next week, this is like the calm before the storm. This week is the calm before the storm. Is next week, that's it. We'll be at the midpoint of the month. And from there, you have the Capricorn full moon that's going to square Pluto in Aquarius retrograde. And then you have the Aquarius new moon. Don't quote me on whether it's new or full. I'm so sorry. I haven't gotten that far. Um, oh, yes, I did. I think I posted it. I just don't remember. If you go to my page and check my uh, uh, thing that I post for the monthly astrology, it should be on there. But I'm saying all that to say that both Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn. It's retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And this Mars Uranus square, this is like, and again, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's going to be a shit show. So pay attention to whatever's coming up for you this week. Get grounded in it. Um, make your amends with it, address it. If you are not willing to address whatever's coming up for you, it is going to eat you alive. Okay. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to prepare folks. The proverbial shit is about to hit the fan. So, um, just, be mindful. All right. Be mindful. And I'll obviously be talking more about all this stuff as they come about, but be warned. Be warned. Okay. So Wednesday, the moon in Virgo will sextile the sun in Cancer. Now, sextiles are positive, but if you don't do anything with that energy, it can feel like you missed an opportunity. So you have what it takes to accomplish a sextile energy. This is an indication that you have everything that you need, but you have to put the ingredients together in order to make whatever it is that you need or work towards whatever it is that you need. And so again, Virgo is work and health, scheduling, organized, detoxing. Yeah. The moon is our emotions, home and family, environment. So work and home here. and the sun shining a light on Cancer, which is more home and family stuff. So yeah, just having a better work-life balance. That's pretty straightforward. I don't see that being, I mean, it could be hard and frustrating, but I mean, that's up to you, you know, whether you take um the responsibility to do those things. And then the moon will square Jupiter. Oh, geez. Um, I feel like this could take the fun out of something when you're being too detail oriented or trying to be too structured and organized. I feel like that is the most ignorant statement in the world to say. But let's be honest, when you kind of get up and go, it feels more free. And Jupiter and Gemini is definitely about some kind of freedom, mostly towards education, but both Gemini and Mercury are ruled by, Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. And so this is going to be about some kind of movement, like traveling short distances, running errands, text, phone calls, messages, emails, um, putting things together, analyzing stuff, mental energy, thinking, overthinking. So maybe this is like the a team meeting. Now, if this is a team meeting, this energy might be very necessary. I just feel like it could get a little out of hand with the square, but a square with Moon and Virgo and Gemini and Jupiter is, I don't want to make it sound like it's not going to be a problem because I don't think that's it. Because on the lower expression of Virgo, they can be very critical of what people might have to say. Um, and so your delivery is going to be maybe what you find trouble with here. Maybe a better way to address it is to just listen to the ideas, Gemini. Listen to people's big ideas, lots of communication, sharing back and forth. Um, and then putting the pieces together. Instead of responding to what people are saying, you can just, as a Virgo, you can be like, okay, I'm hearing what everybody has to say. And even though you might want to criticize what people are saying, or I'll be like, that's not organized. You can be that person. Like, take the information and without hurting anybody's feelings, you be the organizer, take out what doesn't make sense, um, and make it, you know, do your perfectionist thing, you know? Um, because I can see there being somebody might say something real fucking smart and try to be Gemini funny about it. But it's gonna be so evidently fucking clear that that person meant what the fuck they said, and it could cause a problem. I can see this being a big argument in a team meeting about somebody's smart ass fucking mouth. Yeah, so be careful. Try to be objective if you are going to respond. Like, maybe can we probably do this instead of that? Like, suggest things as opposed to criticize. Yeah. Oof. Um, Oh boy. I mean, for the most part, I feel like the information that comes out of these conversations is going to be great for whatever this conversation is about, especially if it's work related. Um, if this is with like a sibling, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, somebody's coming for you. And they're going to try to make it seem like they're being funny, but they're not. And I can't help you with family shit. That's your business. But I can see this turning into a very nasty, nasty argument, like hitting below the belt. And that's probably what somebody wants here. This is what this looks like to me. Um, Somebody's intentionally trying to get under your skin. They think you think you're better than everybody and you're a fucking know-it-all. And they want to kind of bring you down to size and put you in your place. It's exactly what this feels like. So my advice with this is to listen instead of respond if you can help it. Um, and then the sun will trine Saturn. Because it's going to be about something from the past. You must have said something to somebody. And I don't even, you know what I'm picking up on this? I don't like this energy, y'all. I'm sorry. So, you said something to somebody that they didn't like, but in the moment they couldn't really say anything because this person probably came to you for advice or your opinion. You might be the person in your siblings, circle, family, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews that everybody comes to for advice. Yep. Somebody said, and they didn't like it. Even though they asked for it, they're gonna try to come for you. This is exactly what this is. So the sun in Cancer will trine Saturn in Pisces. This is like becoming aware of a lack of boundaries, a lack of focus, lack of control, and a lack of clarity. But if you bring your attention to your goals in your Cancer area of life, you'll become more compassionate and emotionally available in relationships when you have those solid boundaries. And so maybe somewhere along the lines, so this is probably a family member or a work friend or boss who you see kind of as a friend, or you share a little bit more than what you might normally share, in what a quote unquote workplace um should look like. You might be a little closer to this person, but you need more boundaries. And you're getting ready to learn why. Or be reminded why, because this is retrograde. And so this is my retrogrades are like, why are you bringing up old shit? Transits. Like, didn't we already have this conversation? So this could even be somebody that you've already given boundaries to, or a workplace that you already have boundaries in, but somebody thinks you think you're better than them. They do. Or maybe at some point you let your guard down and you might have said a little bit more than you normally do. Like you got a little comfortable and you got a real, you're gonna get, or you're about to get a reminder of why you don't talk when you're at work. Or with these cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. This could be neighbors too. Hmm. I don't like it, y'all. Oh boy. Then the moon in Virgo is going to oppose Saturn in Pisces, retrograde. Oppositions are relational. So this could have more to do with the relationship than work, but this could be about relationships happening at work. So again, there's a boundary issue here, but an a moon opposite Saturn can be like getting clarity, sign symbol synchronicities, telltale signs, inklings, feelings, intuition, dreams, even to what your emotions are telling you. So your intuition is going to be giving you these kind of cues to pay attention to what somebody's not saying, um, or feeling emotionally um, disconnected or not able to connect emotionally, needing time to reflect before kind of giving somebody a response or responding to somebody. So say if you're in a relationship and you're going through a time like y'all are not talking or on talking terms, just let it go. Focus on home, family, creative projects, summertime, getting out, uh, resting, retreating, putting your feet up, some snacks, and watching some binge watching on some shows. Um, or people might do some overtime because, there's a little bit of tension in the house, and they don't really want to go home, you know. Um, but have something to do or work on to kind of keep your mind off of this because people might really need their space before you react, or respond or say something you don't mean. Hitting this is definitely hitting below the belt with Moon and Virgo on the lower vibrational side. Um, Virgos tend to be able to see things that need to be fixed a mile away. And depending on your delivery, it can be considered hitting below the belt. Um, where's Venus? Hold on before I say that out loud. Mm, I mean, it could be Jupiter and Gemini square that does it. Like somebody, this could be like somebody saying, that's not how you pronounce that, anyways. Like somebody trying to curse you out or be smart and you ain't even saying it right. Oh, and somebody says, that's why you can't spell or talk or, something like that. Um, that's not funny. That is so not funny. But it might hurt somebody's feelings and lead to somebody kind of emotionally disconnecting. It really depends on where you are at in a relationship. If you're just newly dating somebody and they're acting emotionally disconnected, not from something that happened, but just in general, um, these are red flags, right? And so the reflection can be, um, do you really want to deal with like weighing the pros and cons? Um, is it something that you can work with? Is it worth it? Um, with all this Leo energy, I'm not entirely sure it's going to stand the test of time. And then you got all this harsh energy coming up. Leo wants their needs to be, you're going to pay attention to me, God damn it. I'm getting me, focus on me. Baby, can you focus? And if somebody can't do that, it could lead to some kind of breakup and it could be official. But again, you got to weigh the pros and cons of, you know, is it really worth leaving somebody for that? Or can you implement this in your daily routine and interactions with others? Is that a safer bet? Because not everybody's always going to be able to be emotionally available, especially when you're looking at these transits. This could definitely be, I mean, we're in a retrograde season. This is very internal. And so, again, if you're in a long term relationship, this is more like implementing time where you separate, anyways. Like, all right, so Tuesday nights, I go out with my girlfriends. Um, Thursday nights, I get me time, self-care time, do whatever I want time. Weekends, you make for date nights and time to spend with your significant other. Um, a schedule and then stick to it. And how often do you want to do that and make it a priority? For people who are newly dating, uh, I'm not gonna lie, this Leo energy is frisky. And maybe some of y'all ain't, this doesn't have to necessarily be that somebody's out cheating, okay? Because not everybody's into that type of stuff. But you could start to get attention from somebody else, the attention that you're looking for. You are going to feed into that. Is that good or bad? I don't know. This could be things like emotional cheating, you know, like I think of relationships that have boundaries, even in a workplace, when you think about it, and people be like, that's my work husband. And it's all fun and play and giddy and fun and la 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 la, right? But that person is married at home, and if that woman is insecure, these could be causing arguments. Is that your problem? Kind of. If you're coming to work and you're complaining to your work friends, or oversharing with your work friends about the lack of emotional support that you get at home, this could be stuff like this, you know, and they're giving you the attention, advice, support that you should be having this conversation with your significant other. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't be talking to anybody? No, but to the extent that you're getting some kind of emotional fulfillment, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what emotional cheating is. Okay? I'm not crazy. It's inappropriate. You should be having this conversation with your significant other. And it could, this with this Leo energy, it can lead to something else happening out of a need, a necessity to get your needs met. Um, these are these accident Like it didn't mean to happen. You know, things that kind of happen. Um, it doesn't really have to be that deep, family. Like everybody's different, but these are possibilities um of scenarios of things that come up. And we've all heard of these types of things, you know. And maybe they're not actually happening, but you are thinking about this shit heavily. You know, I get all this love and support from so and so at work. She's so sweet and blah 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 blah, and he's so nice and blah 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 blah. I wonder what he's like in bed. I'm just saying, don't look at me like that, okay? I'm not trying to start no trouble, but it could happen. People who are in long-term relationships go through these bouts, and if you don't have some kind of system or process that you use when you're going through this, these are opportunities for bad shit to happen. Just period. And this could be one of those times. And so maybe again, these actions aren't actioning, but they're being thought of heavily, considered strongly. And one thing could lead to another, but also you could just be reflecting about it. So maybe perhaps this is time to get some help and talk to somebody who's going to give you solutions. You know, I'm just saying, y'all, don't look at me like that. Or you start thinking about the past. This is a retrograde. This is a perfect opportunity for somebody from the past to come creeping in and slide them damn drawers to the side and give you a little quickie. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. I'm not crazy. This is what this is. Just period. This could also be a really close friend, both single, by the way. You don't have to be in a relationship. And it becomes more. Be careful for trauma bonding though, because it might not last with that Mars and Uranus and all these kind of tumultuous transits coming up. It's one night stand. These are one night fucking stands. I needed that wake up. Oh my God, I made a mistake. We can never do this again. This could be something that happened months ago, and you're just now finding out that it happened. Hitting below the belt, Moon and Virgo. Well, that's why I fucked your friend, nigga, because you wasn't here. I needed some emotional support. You're emotionally unavailable, and your fucking friend did a better job than you. I said it. Don't look at me like that. Oh, that's just not funny. I should not be laughing. It's really not funny, but I'm telling you right now, this is what this is. Okay? I'm getting visions of is it was it Bernadine? Bernadette's? What was her name in that movie? Oh, I'm getting oh my God, what is the name of that movie? It was with Whitney, um, the heavyset chunky girl, the girl from um with the movie with Eddie Murphy. And she had just found out that her husband slept with a white woman, and she burnt his car and burnt his shit up. Now I don't think it could go that far. I don't see that. But I'm really getting that one scene where waiting to exhale, that's what it is. When she was at the bar, and I think it was Eddie Murphy is not that man's name. Who's the dude that plays Blade? Why can't I think of his name? And they're in the bar and they're talking, but they go up to the hotel, but they don't sleep together. They don't do anything sexual. They just lay in the bed, right? That's emotional cheating, bitches. That is the definition of some emotional shit, right? But they were single, so it wasn't that. But this is this type of energy, where you just really, 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 really need a fucking hug, and somebody might not be available for that. They might not be able to provide you with that, and you find it somewhere else. Um, yeah, I think I've okay, I've overdone it. I've outdone myself. Thursday, the moon in Virgo, trine Mars and Uranus. So that means it's not in Virgo. There's no way. Is it? Oh, yes, it is. Excuse me. And so we can want to get things done, be motivated to take action, productive, creating a plan, fixing things, being innovative with the Uranus, finding solutions, making actual changes to our health habits and routines, making the schedule, which again allows us to be more nurturing and healing, feeling safe and secure in our relationships. Or again, it's time to let something go. And this could just be a bad habit. It doesn't have to be a person. Venus enters Leo. Good Lord, have mercy. And then as soon as that happens, the moon will oppose Neptune. This could be a great date night. This could be makeup sex. This could be making up. Or you finally get that hug and you just fall asleep together. Or you're just resting because you have a very productive day, right? This is definitely like putting a movie on, again, getting some really good snacks, maybe a glass of wine if you're into that type of thing, and fucking passing out. You don't even finish the movie. And to boot, there's going to be some really nice weather between Wednesday and Thursday for that. Meaning rain. We do have what is it? Berlin? Berlin. I don't know. I don't really watch the news that often, but I did see some headlines of a storm. So we'll probably get some remnants of that Wednesday and Thursday. So it could be raining, flooding. Literally just described the night that I was describing the hotel scene, period. But you can be doing this at home, right? It doesn't really have to be with anyone, without anyone, or under any kind of duress or in a negative way. It could be, doesn't have to be, but yeah, I think the weather is perfect for that whole shit to play out however it may play out. Okay. Friday, um, the moon in Libra, the moon moves into Libra and it'll trine ah Pluto in Aquarius retrograde. Ah, mm. This is like mid-morning too, like maybe 10 or 11. So damn. I mean, naturally, Libra wants to connect and have fun and socialize. Um, I just, mm, I just feel like there's a lot of questioning here. Who are my real friends? Um, is my relationship what I really want? Am I getting the right support? Who can I depend on? What partnerships are solid? Damn. Pluto can be like jealousy or suspicious behavior being exposed that leads to some kind of breakup or a fight because somebody can't be vulnerable. They don't know how to connect emotionally. So this is like somebody hasn't healed from their past trauma. They might, there could be some trust issues here that are being exposed, but it has nothing to do with you. And you might be suffering for that. This could be in friendships or relationships or in general. Like this is stunting your growth, your ability to connect with other people. Mm. And somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. This is a dangerous combination. Somebody might be have some fears. This could be like money stuff too, paying off bills or like how do you say it? Combining finances with another person. So again, this could be people who are already married or thinking about getting married, wondering whether or not you have what it takes to support a family or a marriage. I don't know, y'all. This could be like people getting readings and this could be couples counseling or the need for it. This is starting to kind of give me like um how do you say it? I don't like this energy, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking because I don't want to speak their shit into my reality. I'm sorry. I'll pass. Thank you. Goodbye. All right. But just know Friday can be a whole real big mess. Um, Saturday, the moon in Libra, we want to connect with others and socialize. The moon will sextile Mercury, which is very chatty and fun. But there's going to be a cardinal cross, a T square. So moon in Libra, Chiron in Aries, and the sun. Jesus Christ. So the moon in Libra will oppose Chiron in Aries. This is relationship stuff. You might want to go out with friends to eat dinner and meet somebody new, but there's some wounding here. Feeling isolated, sad, or the oddball or the third wheel. That's making it difficult for people to meet others halfway. And then the moon will square the sun. People just want to feel safe and secure. They want to be with the people that they love in a loving, comforting environment. So this can go one or two ways. Um, Either your home has some disruption going on and you're going out with friends to avoid it or get away from it. And you need the support from your friends. Or you want to stay home and avoid friends and going out because you don't have what they have. So this could be like a group of friends who have significant others or they're dating and maybe you don't, or you struggle to connect emotionally. So you don't want to be out because you don't really know how. You know how you have those awkward friends, the socially awkward friends, and you can't bring them around all your friends? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Don't look at me like that. That's what this is. And they can kind of come off a little possessive, like they want you all to themselves. Or anytime they want to get together, it's boring. It's kind of one of those like girls' night out in the house type of self-care, doing nails, makeup. And there's usually some kind of gossip or drama involved, or sadness, or what's not going right for me, where they're kind of complaining and emotionally draining. You know, this could be like that. This might be somebody that you're dropping or you're choosing to let go of because the pressure is bringing you down. And you might be like, again, Leo, super happy in the spotlight, I'm the shit, but not in an arrogant way. Just like very happy with how your life is going for once, like things are working out and you want to enjoy that. And you might not be willing to give that up for anybody right now because you know what it's like to be this isolated friend. You've been there, you've done that, but you might have overcome some stuff. And this could cause some problems. I don't think you're going to care. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're the person in this energy, But this is going to hurt somebody's feelings. And it may be the end of a friendship. Now, if this is on the other side of this is a significant other, and you've been in a relationship with them for quite some time, and they're just in a slump, and seems like they haven't been able to really get out of it for a while. This is like one of those situations where you tried to be supportive because maybe they lost a family member. There was a death in the family. So understandably, this person was down and out, and you held them down. But you're tired. You are emotionally drained. You want to go out and have fun. Enough is enough. And you're not willing to support anymore. And they might not be able to really pick themselves up out of this. And so you might have to leave. You know, this could definitely be like somebody who has some drinking problems because of a death, or some kind of traumatic experience that they've went through. Um, you know, again, it doesn't have to be. It could just be somebody who's a recluse. They're socially awkward, but that's your friend. That's your best friend. And you're getting ready to break it off. You've been a clutch long enough, and you can't do it anymore. Um, this is very heavy energy, y'all. Um, yeah, yeah. Sunday, this could be your children too, by the way. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. This could be your children going through some kind of emotional struggles. Um, and it doesn't really have to be all bad, like that deep, but there's some form of isolation going on here that can turn into, a parent being worried about their child. And again, you could find out that somebody was touched inappropriately. I'm not trying to be, you know, it's like, ask the tough questions if these kind of lower expressions are coming up, depending on your situation, because you could find out that something deeper is going on that you might not really be able to deal with. And if this is a child, then it needs to be addressed. Is that somebody that you really want to build with? You know, and be careful how you cut yourself off from these type of people when you're dealing with Pluto. Remember, Pluto rules Scorpio. Okay, they will come for you and find a way to get you back. These people hold grudges. This is fixed energy. This could be very deeply envious, like shit. And I'm not trying to be funny again or scare anybody, but you really, like, quite literally might have to watch your back, because you're making a choice to be happy, and somebody else really might not be able to do that. They might not be in a position where they can do that. And you might have been somebody who's been very supportive, or the first person to open up to somebody, and they see you as a saving grace. And if you take that away from them, this could cause an energy that you really have to watch your back. Or somebody might try to get revenge. Um, I'm just saying. And you are not gonna see this coming. You're not. I would not underestimate the evils that come with this energy. Sunday, the moon enters Scorpio. Scorpio's passion, secrets, vulnerability, sensitivity, again, suspicious, moody behavior, and it's squaring Pluto. This is the ugly cry, emotional clearing, breaking down, feeling the pressure. Emotional tension. This is like that vampire energy, somebody's sucking the life out of your ability to have fun. And it could be somebody who's being possessive or wants power and control over you, or very manipulative, that is just not working anymore. And you're getting ready to break free from this, or you're just overcoming some kind of emotional trauma. And the moon will square Venus. If you're going through something that could be a little bit heartbreaking, you're just not going to be in the mood to connect, but you might need to get out. This can be like people who are on suicide watch, you know? And then the moon's going to square Pluto. Not communicating effectively can create problems with friendships. This could also be financial issues. This is as much as I'm willing to share with this, you guys. This energy is a little bit too much for me. Just know to be careful and be mindful. Everybody's not going to experience this the same. And you could just be tripping, no bullshit, and it's not even real. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. When you start to get suspicious feelings of somebody, but have absolute no fucking proof, it's just how you feel. Um, and there might not be no truth behind that. You're just judging somebody because, deep down inside, you're jealous, envious, or unhappy, and you're not dealing with your issues. You're not healing. And this is, I've talked about this before, this kind of hurt people stuff, where, we're not addressing the real issue. And so to avoid the real issue, we project onto other people, you know? So just be careful, family, because this is it. I'm telling you, whatever's coming up for you this week, rest assured this is going to set off the rest of the summer, unfortunately. Hopefully you're in the more positive side of this, but watch your circle. Pay attention to how people are reacting to your happiness. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. And do not ignore that shit. Do not ignore it. Address it kindly. Okay? As usual, family, I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.